Hey everybody, Alton here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am up north and I brought with me something very special. It arrived yesterday. I brought a production version of the Burrard. Not just a prototype, which I was very impressed with. My review was very favorable, but now an actual production version. There are a few changes to it, but today I'm not talking about the changes. Today I want to see how it works. You see, this is a watch that is supposed to go from the boardroom out to the pub at night and look good and be functional doing both of those things. Today, behind me, I have 500 pounds of metal gazebo, a 12 by 14 gazebo. We're going to put it right here on our site out by the lake, and I'm going to wear this and see how it holds up. Well, it's been a long day, but the Burrard has held up well. So, we didn't get finished. You know, these gazebo things are not as easy to put together as they make it sound in the instructions, but that's okay. We'll live to fight another day, drink more beer as we put the rest of the gazebo up some other time. So it turns out that I'm just about as good putting together Home Depot gazebos as I am at putting together IKEA furniture, and that's terrible. I'm not good at it. I think a lot of us struggle with it. Anyway, I will live to fight another day. I will get that gazebo up one way or another, but it performed admirably for me on the weekend, and so I was very happy to have the Burrard with me. And being at the lake and having 100 meters water resistance meant that I could be confident if I did want to jump in the lake out of frustration that I would have been okay to do so. So today what I'd like to do is unbox this for you so you can get an idea of the end user experience of getting a York and Front Burrard. And it's no secret that I really like this watch. My review was glowing. I received no compensation for this, did not get a free watch, was just happy to be included on the tour. But there you go. You know what, guys? Sometimes you like something and you like something, and that's all it is. And I like this watch, okay? So for you who are expecting to get one in the mail, I just thought this is the kind of video, you watch this, you'll see how cool it is. So I was really impressed. First of all, it comes in a nice small box, not a lot wasted, which personally I appreciate. Second of all, you open it up. And of course, I have unboxed this as I was wearing the watch, but this is a very nice interior cardboard box. It's not your typical Seiko or Casio or Timex shape. It's not your typical overdone Swiss watch, even though this has Swiss components to it and is a Swiss-made watch. But just a nice, simple box. Now, you might be wondering, why this shape? Why not a square, as we so often see? This is definitely not your standard size box. Well, here we go. Open it up, and tissue paper, and then a really nice watch roll. I had no idea it was coming this way. I was quite impressed. York in Front there. It's nice and soft. I don't know the material. I'm going to guess it's pleather, but I could be wrong. So York in Front, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Let's open it up. It is important, I will say this with a watch roll, that you ensure that you have it the right side up when you open it, because you don't want your watch falling out. So in this situation, we see that the logo side down is not the right way to do it. So just be aware of that. You want to have it this way, the opposite way, because the last thing you want is to have your watches fall out of that pouch. And as you can see, there are two buckles sticking out. And that's because I got both versions. So thank you so much for sending these in, York and Front. Here's the first one in a nice protective piece of plastic. And this is the black dial, of course. And this one I have been wearing. So you'll see that there is a little bit. I did switch it out to a canvas strap, but I wore it around the house for half a day, and I've worn it to the office today on this strap, and it is extremely comfortable. We'll talk about that in a second. And then we have the white dial, which, you know what? I thought this was my favorite. When I saw the black, I just wasn't sure. The black has a certain dynamic to it. The white chapter ring around the outside sort of adds a visual interest that the white one doesn't have. But yeah, definitely a big fan. So I thought maybe we would look at the black version of the watch today, since I already did a review on the white one. I got lots of lights here, so you'll see lots of dynamic play with those applied indices. They have a bit of a textured pattern to them. And I see it's at almost 10 to 2, which is pretty good for a watch review. That's the actual time. I've been wearing this for a couple days, as I've said. I've had it on a watch winder for 3.5 days, and it has gained 15 seconds. So we're looking at about 5 seconds a day. On a brand new movement, brand new watch, they do tend to settle in a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if this particular model is running 3-4 seconds a day. At the end of it, it has an STP 111 movement, which is a Swiss-made movement in it. As a reminder, if you weren't familiar with my last review or any other reviews, this is a 38 millimeter watch, and it has a nice, it doesn't look short, but it is a short lug to lug of around 43, and I think you can guess that it has 20 millimeter lug opening. So here you have a great size. 38-20 is a great wearable size for most people. So the most noticeable difference that you're going to find with the production model over the prototype is, well, the one that I had was a little beaten up. It had been passed around quite a bit, and these ones are obviously flawless, being new. It almost seems like the fit and finish is just a bit nicer. I don't know if that's because it's not worn in, or if it just is finished with better attention to detail. And the crown is the big thing that really stands out. I didn't have a problem with the other crown, but now seeing this versus the prototype, they made the right call to go with the larger crown. It just really balances it out, gives it a little bit more of a sporty vibe, and they want to have a versatile watch here, so that's what they're going for, and I just thought it's fantastic. The crown is also easier to grip, easier to wind, easier to move. Let's check out the white one here, because I haven't set the time on this one. I haven't worn this one at all. It just started running as soon as I picked it up, moved it a little bit. So crown is unscrewed and open. It has a good amount of resistance. It's a little gritty feeling, which doesn't necessarily mean a single thing. There are some movements that you really feel the mechanical gears. There's some where they feel very smooth. My Hamilton Navy Pioneer, it almost feels like you're twisting an elastic. It's so smooth, but it doesn't make it better or worse. So first position, wind it. Second position, nice good pop, and it hacks, as you can see. Hey, 5 after 10, that's pretty close for Instagram. Another 5 minutes and we'll be bang on. The preferred time. Yeah, let's take a look at the fit and finish. Check out the brushing on the top of the lugs and the nice polished chamfered edge. The brushing on the sides it's hard to capture under these lights, but it's quite lovely as well. Although I would say the top of the lugs is the most impressive part. And you know something about this watch, when I went to throw this on to go up to the lake to build that gazebo, I thought, oh, I can't wear this nice Italian leather strap. I need something that I can get dirty. And so I had a canvas strap, a quick release strap, and I thought, oh, I don't have time to mess around, and I don't want to scratch up the lugs on this. And then, of course, I remembered this has drilled lugs, which is fantastic if you love to change your straps, as I do. And the straps are quite nice, Italian leather. There's some good graining on it, which I like. Let's check out the brown one. The brown one's a little more subtle. Soft, buttery smooth, extremely comfortable. I'm not the kind of guy who likes to keep the stock strap on his watch, but I would definitely wear these straps. I would definitely use these. Although in reality, I'd probably stick them in the box in case I ever did want to sell it, but that's just me. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a wrist shot before we conclude. Nice, very sturdy sign buckle. Y&F, York in front, printed there. Some scuffs on this buckle, even though I've never worn it, but it'll get way more scuffed up than that. And you know what? I have an 8-inch wrist. Would you say that this 38 millimeter looks small on me? Because I would not. It's definitely the smallest watch in my collection, at least for the next couple of days while I still have it in my collection before I send it on to another reviewer. But I could easily pull this off, no problems whatsoever, especially for a watch that's meant to be versatile. It really, in its DNA, to me, it is a field watch. If it had 24-hour markings, it would be a field watch. Extremely versatile, as field watches are, extremely good looking. And you can wear this to the office quite easily, out for drinks at night, and take it to the lake on weekends. Why don't we check out the other watch and see how that looks on my wrist. And here is the black dial watch. It wears just a little bit smaller. Again, not small, but it doesn't wear maybe all of that 38 mil because it does have a bit of a white chapter ring. It's very thin, very small, but it's there nonetheless. And black tends to disappear and look smaller in the end. But same great dial. The indices really pop out. The York in front is well printed. The use of font and lack of text, I think, is a standout on this watch as well. And that red seconds hand tip that makes its way around at 4 hertz. So it sweeps nice and smooth. Yeah, I would say we have a winner. $499 brings you in at just under that $500 mark. Honestly, I have a number of $500 watches. None of them are superior to this. They really aren't. It holds its own against my watches that are twice the price. So if you are looking for something that's versatile and functional, if you don't need to have the name Hamilton or Tissot or Certina on there and you want to be in that price range, I think this is a really quality, excellent watch that's going to fit a variety of lifestyles and situations. And I think York in front has really knocked it out of the park. And honestly, I can't wait to see what they do next. You can hate me for being positive if you want, but guess what? This is a great watch. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. And if you want to, go ahead and like and subscribe, but I can't tell you what to do because, of course, I'm not your dad. Everybody, Alton here. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I was so excited. Yesterday I was so excited. I think I need to get bug spray on before I do this.